Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Well, weather-wise, we haven't been able to quite catch a break lately. The forewarned weather team tracking one more round of snow. It's going to be on the ground for tomorrow morning's commute. Sound familiar?
Yeah, our forewarned weather alert continues as we track fresh snow on the way. It's smooth sailing right now on the roads as we take a live look at I-696 from our Southfield Skycam.
Sure now.
Yeah.
That was not the case this morning. Look at this video from I-75. Commute times were double, even for some triple what they normally are.
It was a mess. We want to get over to Kim Adams because we could be in for a repeat tomorrow, Kim.
I know, and whose head's still pounding from that morning commute? You're going to have to take some Tylenol because tomorrow morning could be even worse as we go under a winter weather advisory for areas south of I-94. It does include the city of Detroit, Wayne, Washtenaw, Monroe counties in a winter weather advisory from 10 p.m. tonight until 1 p.m. tomorrow, and then up into the thumb because it'll take a little time for that snow to get there. That will go into effect at midnight tonight until 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Exact Track 40 radar, we do have a few light snow showers. It's nothing that would affect your commute like it did this morning, but definitely some snow flying, especially in Livingston, Oakland, and Macomb counties. 1 to 3 for most on Friday, but there could be some places that get as much as 4 inches, especially as you get up into the thumb. Pretty cold this weekend with wind chills dipping back down to that 15 to 20 degree below zero range for Saturday morning, and then chances of snow and rain next week. And when I say rain, obviously that means temperatures next week will be warming up. But for right now, we're in the 20s. This is warmer than we've been all week long, and wind chills are above freezing. In fact, above zero, still freezing. 20 at City Airport, 17 Metro, 13 in Pontiac. Bus stop tomorrow morning if the kids have school. Once again, allow some extra time as there will be snow showers in the morning and then in the afternoon, single-digit wind chills. We'll talk more about that warm-up and try to find a bright spot in that 7-day forecast coming up.
Yeah, all right, Kim. Our other top story here at 5. Late this afternoon, a judge dismissed charges against a fired Detroit police officer who was charged with manslaughter.
Those charges stem from an incident last September outside of the Garden Bowl on Woodward in Midtown. Sean Lay spent the day monitoring today's hearing. And Sean, what exactly did the judge say about this?
Just got off with talking to Judge King right after he made this ruling. He tells me, Kim and Devin, that he has to follow the law, knowing that some of his decisions may be unpopular with some. Look, this hearing, this case is all about the officer's body camera. I want to show you that video. I want to put you in the judge's robe. You make the ruling.
What's up, sir? How you doing today?
The body camera of fired Detroit police officer Juan Brown is the key witness in his hearing today. You be the judge. Are his actions doing his job or involuntary manslaughter and excessive force?
I'm not trying to fight you.
September 1st, Brown is called to handle a drunken, disorderly 70-year-old man named Daryl Vance, kicked out of Garden Bowl on Woodward for harassing women and making threats. Officer Brown gives Vance a shove, and the situation explodes.
I tell you what you want to do.
No police de-escalation, but an escalation.
What you want to do? Put your hands on me. I'll light you up.
Vance continues to challenge the officer. Officer Brown throws a punch and Vance falls and dies days later. Judge Kenneth King had pointed questions for the prosecutors in this case, saying Vance swung on Brown first. Brown threw his punch, he says, not rising to the level of a crime.
The question is, did he cause his own peril by his own actions? Or was this officer grossly negligent?
Charges dismissed. Wayne County prosecutor just gave me a statement saying she is respectfully disagreeing with the judge's ruling. I asked DPD right away, this officer was fired from his job. What's his job status now? DPD saying each disciplinary case is evaluated on whether the rules and regulations of the department are met and is separate and independent from the judicial system. Quite a ruling today, guys.
Indeed. And Sean, you reached out to the judge to ask him some questions afterward. Talk about that.
He says the law was this gross negligence on the officer's part, or was he doing his job? He feels the video shows he was doing his job.
Okay, Sean, we appreciate that report this evening.
Well, here we go. All quiet as we take a look at live pictures of Ford Field Sunday. Whole different story coming up. Going to be packed, loud, and more than ready for the Lions to take on Tampa Bay in the divisional round.
Let's check in with the countdown. We are a little less than 3 days away from one of the biggest games in franchise history.
Team was out on the practice field today in Allen Park.
Bernie's with us now. Lions also made some roster moves.
This is
People
good.
talking about this.
Yeah. What do you think it would cost me to get rid of that countdown? The Lions did make a key move today as they added linebacker James Houston to the active roster for Sunday's game against the Bucs. You'll remember Houston had 8 sacks last season in just 7 games, so the idea is he can help with the pass rush against Baker Mayfield. He's been out because he broke his ankle in the 2nd game of this season against Seattle. Meanwhile, the Lions continue preps for the Bucs, standing by live in Allen Park with all. Chatted with Amon-Ra St. Brown, right?
Yes, we did, Bernie, and thank you for tossing it out to us here at Allen Park as the team continues to get ready for what is now the biggest game in recent history for the Lions after getting that win over the Rams last week. But this is a team that's taking it all in stride as they have done all season long. And like St. Brown has said all year, they're trying to keep the main thing the main thing. The excitement of last Sunday is transforming into extreme focus for the Lions ahead of this divisional round game in Detroit.
You have to kind of turn the page after, a win like we did last week. It's kind of hard with all the emotion, but I feel like we've done that. We've turned the page onto the Bucs, and they're a good team.
The Lions and Bucs met back in Week 6, a game where Tampa got held to 6 points. Everything now on the line. Can you take anything away from Week 6, or is it just kind of like, all right, whole new ball game, playoffs, let's do this thing?
Just like you said, it's a whole new, different type of atmosphere, different stakes. So the only thing you can really take out of it is the physical aspect of it. Ford Field's playoff debut turned out to be a success. The stadium itself becoming a factor, recording decibel levels as loud as a fighter jet. In addition from the crowd, players expect again this week.
It got real loud. One of the loudest games I've played a part of. It was exciting, though, just to see the fans and just come out with a win.
It's a team that's blocked out the noise all season, winning 13 games and making it farther than any Lions team in more than 30 years. But a job that's not done yet.
You can definitely tell it's a completely different team than when we played them. So we got to be ready. It's hard to beat a team twice in this league. We know that. But I think it's going to be a completely different game this time around than it was the first time, so I'm excited.
And Tampa's a team that's putting things together at the right time. They've won 6 of their last 7 games, but also the last time against the Bucs, the Lions were down 2 running backs. Jahmyr Gibbs injured going into that one. David Montgomery got hurt against the Bucs. They're healthy on that front now. Sam Laporta, by the way, limited in today's practice. We'll have much more from Allen Park coming up at 6. But we're live tonight in Allen Park, Hobie RT, Local 4. Devin, Kimberly, Bernie, back to you guys in studio.
Yeah. All right, Hobie. Well, we saw how important it is to just have Sam Laporta on the field the other day, right?
Yeah, they limited today. I don't know exactly, but he had a bone bruise and he had a hyperextended knee, so they didn't think it was 100% playing last week. He gave everything he had, and I'm sure he's not going to be 100% this week, but it's just too critical a time to take any time off.
Yeah, everybody in. All right, more coming up from Bernie a little bit later on. We've got you covered Sunday leading up to the big game here on Local 4.
Be sure to catch our All-In Playoffs Edition special live from Ford Field starting at noon. Bernie's going to be with us along with Hobie and Nick Monticelli. That's Sunday at noon on Local 4. We'll also be streaming it live on Local 4 Plus.
Now, thousands will, of course, be making their way downtown on Sunday, and parking lot imposters. We've been talking about a lot of different kind of scams. How about parking lot imposters? They may be looking for you.
Tonight, Help Me Hank is teaming up with the city, showing you how to park in a safe, secure, and more affordable lot. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester's live tonight. Hank, parking prices, my goodness, in some spots fetching well over $100.
I mean, these prices are what we would pay for a Lions ticket back when they weren't such a good team, right? I mean, parking is going to be more than the actual ticket a few years ago. And we know lots like this one right here near Ford Field, they're going to be filled on Sunday. What you may not know is that you can go on this app right now and reserve your spot.
Parking on game day, but this Sunday, not just any game day, a huge game for the Lions. Crowds will be big and out in droves.
What's the best game plan for parking?
Well, the best game plan, obviously, is we would suggest go to the Park Detroit app, reserve your parking, so that's taken care of.
There are dozens of lots to choose from downtown, those owned by the city, by Olympia, by Bedrock. The average price expected to be about $140 to park. But did you know that you could reserve your spot right now?
In the app now, you can go to event menu and see what events, Ford Field.
I want a spot Sunday.
And it will pull all the places where you can park. So if you want to park close, you can look at the prices there.
To avoid a parking scam, you should avoid parking in a vacant lot. Ask to see identification of the person working that parking lot. Park in a secure, well-lit area. There'll be free street parking available on Sunday, but you will be towed or ticketed if you're parked illegally. With prices going this high, it's something that you're going to have to budget for right now. Here's financial expert Dewey Steffen.
The ticket price, again, whether you're paying retail or, the extra market, on top of your food and your concessions, on top of your parking, I mean, really, think about it. Maybe you want to budget $750, maybe more. I would probably say closer to $1,000, just so that you're not over budget.
Back out here live, those numbers are unbelievable. Listen, we know huge crowds will be down here. Obviously, there will be a very large police presence working to make sure that all of us fans are safe, but they'll also be out here looking for any parking lot imposters. And if you spot one or you encounter a problem, you're encouraged, rather. Oh, sorry, sir, you scared me there for a minute. You're encouraged to contact police right away. We're here downtown. Hank Winchester, help me, Hank. Back to you.
Okay, Hank, we appreciate it so much. And check this out. These are official Herm and Lowe blankets created by Detroit Lions legends Herm Moore and Lomas Brown. We're giving a blanket away to 2 lucky winners.
You can enter to win right now on the contest page of clickondetroit.com. We're going to pick the winner live during the pregame show when Herman Moore stops by to chat with us. But Herm and Lowe.
And it's
Herman
warm.
Moore.
We can attest.
It really is, because on the other side here, you've got this lovely,
Yeah.
nice fleece material. So there you go. Cool. Everybody getting in on the action.
I love it.
Really good stuff.